Hi, I'm Frank Radice, and we're at Definition 6 in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to the Def 6 Coffee Break. Today we're talking to the brand new Chief Revenue Officer of Def 6, Corey Williams. Corey, thanks for joining us. Tell me a little bit about who you are and where you've come from.
Sure, Frank. I've spent most of the last 20 years selling marketing solutions to large companies, helping them better connect with their audiences worldwide.
So now you've sort of crossed over to the dark side. Is that it?
A bit. Actually, the way I look at it is I'm able to offer a much broader solution set. If you look at the unique offering that Definition 6 has, I can bring a much broader array of services and solutions to companies worldwide.
So your experience having worked within brands makes you uniquely qualified to help service those brands.
That's right. That's right. And understand their challenges kind of across channels with both kind of more traditional channels and some of the emerging channels like social and other things.
What is the biggest challenge in your mind to help Definition 6 generate revenue?
Well, the agency space is extremely competitive. So it's really about being able to articulate our story in a way that resonates with those out there who are looking for our solutions and really explain why we're different. The breadth of services that we offer is truly unique in the marketplace, which is one of the primary reasons I joined the organization. And so it's really about differentiating and showing the great work that we've done and what we're capable of.
So I know that you have a particular strength in email marketing. Tell me a little bit about email marketing today. Where does it stand in sort of the spectrum of things that are offered to clients as a promotional and a marketing tool?
No, it's a great question. You know, over the last couple of decades, email marketing has really evolved and matured in many ways. And I think to a large extent, many consumers and even, business buyers have ignored email. And with the drop in the pricing of actually getting emails out, companies now have a mindset of, I need more revenue, I'll just send more email. And many are starting to come to the realization that doing that, there's a diminishing rate of return that happens when you do that. And so moving more towards segmentation and more value-added content, I think, is where the industry really needs to go next to really go to the next stage of its growth.
So how do you engage in email differently?
Well, it's a unique channel. It can be bidirectional, but in many cases it's one directional. So value-added content, like any other channel. And beyond the "Are you ready to buy yet? Are you ready to buy yet?" Look at segmentation. Offer birthday mailings. Abandoned shopping cart mailings are something that a lot of companies, especially e-commerce companies, aren't using today, which is a bit surprising. And leverage those purchase confirmations. Most of the top-tier email tools have that, built in. So, why not implement that?
Is there a cost per thousand way of looking at it? I mean, what is the value on the end based on the amount of money that I as a client might spend against it?
It can be astronomical. It can be 5, 10x in a lot of cases. And if you look at channels that you're not leveraging today, that's money you're not seeing today. So if you were to put another offer and another communication and you're generating revenue from that, it's all uplift. And so really look at all the touch points that you have with your customer. Not only use it to generate revenue, but also to drive down costs, customer service costs. How can you communicate with them and get them the information they need without them having to pick up a phone and call a call center, which can be very costly.
What is there that's new out there? What is a different, new way of looking at and engaging with the client through email? Is there something that people don't know? Are there best practices that you must say to businesses, this is something that you have to do?
Depends on your industry. I think if you're looking at a B2C play or an e-commerce company, really look at some of the things B2B marketers are doing. A B2B marketer, they've got longer sales cycles and things like that, so they implement lead scoring. There isn't any reason why a consumer marketer can't score their audience and their consumer base to understand who's more likely to buy, with, when, and with how much. and really take some of those best practices that the B2B marketers have put into place and evolved over the last, really just the last 5 years, and see how they might be relevant in the B2C space.
So in terms of today's analytics and the tools that are available to us, can you better target an email blast now into a niche that you think is going to be more likely to respond and engage than we could have, say, a couple of years ago?
Absolutely, and it's really more about the will to do it. I mean, the technical acumen is there. You know, you can, with big data and all of those things, you can bring in web analytics data, purchase data, email response data, even offline data, and really begin to hone in on a specific audience or group of folks that you really want to market to. But it's really about having the will to do that. And it's not easy, but the benefits are well worth the effort.
So in a company like Definition 6, which is a broad-based organization in terms of the tools that it has to get somebody's message out there,
yeah.
How does email marketing fit into the broader picture of what Definition 6 tries to accomplish for its clients?
Well, again, at its most basic, it's all about communicating with the right person at the right message, with the right message at the right time. And that's really our focus. And we can also leverage other channels like social and the web and bring an integrated look at how you're communicating with that audience, where you're connecting with them, on which device, and really what's the message. A lot of the challenges both B2B and B2C marketers have is content. How can I generate enough content to keep that interest alive? We're masters at generating great content.
So it's about the content and it's about the message.
Exactly.
This has been another edition of the Def 6 Coffee Break. See you next time.